You are the pure consciousness. You are the pure awareness, ever unattached, ever peaceful. You are the all-knowing consciousness, the witness of everything that is happening in the whole creation. You are the one supreme God and the ultimate reality. The external world of names and forms and the inner world of thoughts and emotions all exist and play in you. You are the ground of this changing world of names and forms. Now the question must be arising in your mind as to how does the infinite self, the infinite consciousness that you are, become the finite? How does the all-pervading consciousness becomes the ego limited to the body and mind? Actually, what happens is that the supreme all-pervasive consciousness that you are, when it gets completely identified with body, mind and intellect, then it becomes the limited ego, the perceiver, feeler, thinker entity. Then this ego, the sense of I with its story, feels absolutely helpless in this world, feels like an alien in this world. And this is the reason why you feel that you don't belong here, because you consider yourself separate from this external world, forgetting that it is you only who is appearing in the form of this world. It is the same one consciousness which is appearing as the ego in you and this ever-changing world of names and forms. You forget your infinite nature and start considering yourself as this limited ego confined to this body. So it is the ignorance of your true nature as the witnessing consciousness that gives rise to the illusion of the egoic self in you. It is this ignorance alone which gives rise to this world of infinite plurality. But when you recognize your true nature, you see yourself in every form, and then all suffering comes to an end. You see, I think you must have heard the snake rope example. In the darkness, the rope can produce the illusion of a snake, and you can get frightened with that rope, taking it to be a snake. So if somebody comes to you and says that it is not a snake, it is a rope, just light the lamp and see what it is, and you will see that it is really not the snake. And if you really trust the guy who's telling you all this, then you would try to touch it even in the darkness. But if you don't trust the guy, you will not believe his words. So the spiritual master, they do that work. They tell you that you are the infinite self, you are the pure consciousness pervading the entire universe. But it is really tough for you to digest these words, because you feel yourself as this body and mind complex. So, and you have been living this life considering yourself as body and mind only. So when somebody comes and tells you that, hey, you are the infinite self, you pervade the entire universe, the whole galaxies, the stars, the moons, the planets, they all move in you, and then you just cannot believe it. But if you really trust the master, then you will at least want to inquire, right? And inquiry is lighting the lamp. So if you trust the guy, you will light the lamp and see for yourself whether it is really the snake or the rope, right? So here, when you hear the words of the master and you trust him, you will light the lamp of inquiry. You will light the lamp of witnessing within you. You try to watch your thoughts. You then try to watch what your mind is producing. And with that witnessing, with that watching, the gap happens. And it is that gap alone which gives you the glimpse of your real nature, right? So I can understand, everybody passes through that stage when, suddenly when we are told, till now we were taking ourselves to be this little limited ego. Suddenly we are told that you are the infinite self. So we may not believe, right? But your disbelief or denial cannot change the truth. The truth will remain what it is, right? Even if you don't accept it, but you are the one supreme consciousness pervading the entire universe. Though you may not experience it now, but sooner or later, with your absolute sincerity, with unflinching devotion towards the inner divine reality, you will one day experience the truth of these words.